Well, thank you for this really incredible welcome. I can't believe how many of you are here today. I'm going to pull this up there. Oh, it gives me such great confidence that you're all here supporting me. So many people from Mississauga, but so many local people from this riding that remember me when I've come to all your community events over the years. It feels so good to put my name on a ballot once again so that I can represent you, hopefully as the next premier of this province. You know we're all here today because Doug Ford doesn't care about you, right? It's the truth. He's called a snap election in the middle of winter because he's trying to outrun an RCMP investigation. This election is not about tariffs. It's about Doug Ford's Ontario. He has wasted $189 million calling an early and unnecessary election. That almost $200 million could have been invested in our healthcare system to provide you with a family doctor. How many people in this room don't have a family doctor? Right? I see hands everywhere. 2.5 million Ontarians don't have a family doctor, but he could have put it into anything to make your life a little easier and a little more affordable. But he didn't do that. He's wasting that money because he's trying to cling to power, protect himself, protect his own job, right? Rather than do the right thing. If he were serious about a tariff threat, he'd be at his desk right now, protecting us, coming up with a plan and a strategy. Do you see any other premier across this country taking this opportunity to call a snap election? Of course not, because they're hard at work trying to protect their residents in their provinces. I look around here and I see so many young people, and you know very well that I have 3 young people, young adults. They're really worried about the state of Ontario today. Many of them don't have jobs. They don't have a family doctor. They want to start families. They can't afford homes. You know what they've been told? You want to become successful? Leave Ontario. How shocking is that? They see the state of our healthcare system. We saw 1,014 people lined up at Walkerton, seniors in parkas, bundled up with their walkers in their wheelchairs, waiting 6 hours in a snowstorm for access to one new family doctor in Walkerton. Shameful, shameful. Young moms bundled up babies with children in strollers, waiting 6 hours for access to one family doctor. That's Doug Ford's Ontario, and that is shameful, and that is what we are fighting against. You know, Doug Ford likes to slap a ball cap on and say that Canada is not for sale, right? Showmanship rather than leadership. But do you know what is for sale? Doug Ford. He tried to carve up the Greenbelt and sell it to his rich buddies for $8.3 billion. And that's why we have this election today, because he's trying to outrun an RCMP investigation and cling to power. And nobody knows that better than the MPP from this riding previously who got caught in Vegas with a big Greenbelt developer. They know that too acutely. Doug Ford does not share our priorities. His are all about protecting himself, not protecting Ontario. That's right. He's worried about booze, bike lanes, big spas, and his rich buddies. We've uncovered more than $7 billion in waste, $2 billion to expedite the sale of beer and wine. Another $2 billion given to a foreign spa company at Ontario Place. Why is it always about the foreign companies, those CEOs that are buddies with the Premier? You know, the Costco's, the Walmarts, the Staples of the world, 7-Eleven, they're always getting the deals. And then $3 billion in checks, pre-election checks. A little bit of a bribe, maybe you think. They're bouncing, true. But that's not the point. It is good to get a check. Come on, you like your money back. I get that. But what about next month? It helps once. It helps this month with your rent and your groceries. I know too well. I live in this town like all of you do. I go to the grocery store. I see the young moms putting the meat back down. People approach me. Hey, you're our mayor. Can you get me a family doctor? That's what people are worried about. Doug Ford doesn't have the right priorities. And over the 7 years, things have only gotten worse. I ask you, is your life more affordable today than it was before Doug Ford? No. The reality is that is not the case. And we now have an opportunity to show to him what we really think. I gotta tell you, we were door knocking yesterday, Barrie and in Markham. People said, a guy was jogging. I'm not kidding, he was jogging and he saw us in our red jackets and, you know, with our brochures, and he backed up. He said, hey, you the Liberals? I said, yes, we are. I'm Bonnie Crombie. This is Kelly Dunn, your local candidate here in Markham. He said, I'm a Conservative. I said, well, he said, I'm voting for you. I really oppose the snap election in the middle of the winter. I'm going to send a clear message to Doug Ford that this is unacceptable. Our lives are getting worse. I need all of you. And together, we're going to do more for you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you all for coming, and I've got the media here, so I'm happy to take your questions. Sorry if I inundated you with the, sorry if I inundated you.
All right, we can all line up here. One question, one follow-up, name and outlet, please. Thank you.
Well, we have a plan that will address people's needs. We're going to get the basics right for people. We're going to give them access to family doctors. We're going to invest in the healthcare system so that when they go to their hospitals, they don't have to wait 12 to 15 hours to be seen. We're going to invest in our education system to prepare our young people for the jobs of tomorrow, to ensure our classrooms aren't overcrowded and our schools aren't crumbling. We're going to cut your taxes. Is there any other party talking about tax cuts? Income tax cuts, small business tax cuts, lifting the HST off home heating and hydro? No other party is talking about that, because I want to bring back affordability to this province, and I don't think any other party is concerned about that, and that's why I say they're not serious. I want to build homes. You all know that we have a formidable housing plan that will eliminate those hidden taxes on the home purchaser, but yet make cities whole. We have the most robust platform and the robust, realistic plan that will be costed, that will serve the needs of Ontarians. We're going to get the basics right for a change, rather than be focused on the wrong priorities: booze, bike lanes, big spas, rich buddies. End to that. End to the corruption. End to the lack of integrity. End to the wasteful government spending. I can come up with $7 billion off the top of my head, but have led the third largest city in this province, led through the pandemic crisis, which was COVID. I understand crises, I understand management, hence why the people of Mississauga kept electing me with increasing majorities. So I think I bring a depth and breadth to the table that doesn't compare with that leader's experience, but nonetheless, we are the party that will deliver. We are the party that will do more for you, because I think we have our pulse on the needs of the real people in Ontario. And it's their healthcare needs, it's their housing and affordability needs, and it's their tax cut needs. We understand what people need. Affordable, because after 7 years, I ask you, is your life more affordable? And it is not. We have a plan that will cut personal income taxes, that will cut small business taxes, and will eliminate the HST off home heating and hydro. We have a plan to make life more affordable for all people, but especially our young people, and especially our seniors, because hey, I got a big birthday next week. I'm kind of concerned about that. My mom is 88, she's turning 89. I'm really concerned about our seniors and how they're dealt with by this province. And they want a premier who's hard at work, on the job, at their desk, not running around calling unnecessary $189 million elections. Let me say that I've had my name on the ballot in this riding at least 3 times as the mayor of Mississauga, so I think I'm quite a well-known entity. You can see from the depth and breadth of people in this room, all these people are local, and they have come to support me in this riding. As leader, I think we acknowledge that I'll be traveling across the province to some of our key ridings and getting to listen to the problems and sharing our platform so that it's broadly received across the province. So of course I'm going to be spending time here. This afternoon I'll be door knocking, in fact. But yes, I'll have to spend time across the province as well. But I don't think that's a disadvantage. I've had my name on a ballot here 3 times already. Yeah. Mark, thank you.
Love the